Yo, what's going on guys? Alex7 here. Welcome back to another test drive unlimited solo account video. And today I got two different things I want to talk about. One is a possible vehicle that we're going to see in TDU which hasn't been revealed to us yet. And the other thing is about Hong Kong Island and why I think we're only getting Hong Kong Island at launch. However, that's not a bad thing and I'll talk to you guys about it why. But first, let's talk about the car. So this right here is a Fenyr car from WMotors, which you guys probably have heard of WMotors before. It was the ones that were in the Fast and Furious movie where they jumped out of a building so stupidly. But yeah, they made that car, the Lycan. However, this is another vehicle they made, which personally I think is better than the Lycan. But one thing to note is that this vehicle was made apparently by this artist for Kiloton. He actually says, "Hi everyone, this Fenyr car from WMotors was a model made for a video game PC consoles platform for Kiloton. It was quite fun to make on several LOD levels with interior." So yeah, there it is. Now, quick note, this whole building wasn't made for Kiloton, just the car guys. Whatever you see beyond that is not for Kiloton, just the car. Now, please do note, this is a 2-year-old post, so it was posted back in 2020, and things change. For example, maybe Kiloton doesn't have the license for this car anymore, or maybe Kiloton said, you know what, we don't want to have this car in TDSC, so it's possible that this won't make it to the final game. However, I just want to let you guys know that this it's on the internet, it's there for something. But anyways, let's talk about the car. Now, one thing to note is that this car is not available in a single open world racer game out. It's not available for a single game at all. In fact, what games is it in, you'll probably be asking? So Gear Club has it, and I'm pretty sure you guys have heard of Gear Club. Other than that, Gear Club Unlimited 2 has it as well. CSR Racing, they're all pretty much mobile games or games that are available on the Switch. Of course, everyone knows Asphalt 8, it's also available on Asphalt 8. I don't even think Asphalt 9, sorry, is the main one that's out right now, but yeah. So this is the car that they have. Now the cool thing about this is that in TDU2, there weren't that many cars that were available in other games. For example, a lot of them were actually exclusive to TDU2. For example, the Ferrari China Edition, I know for sure is one of them. And there were actually quite a few other vehicles that were only available in TDU2, an open world racer. And let's think about that for a second, because this car is not in a single open world racer to date. So if this actually is on the car list, it makes me pretty excited for TDUSC because it sounds like we're gonna have that similar feature, having vehicles that aren't available in any other game. It's something that we don't need. We don't need 500 cars like Forza Horizon 5. You don't need that. In fact, no game really needs that. But Forza, it's in its own little class, and it makes sense to have that. But in TDU, we don't need 500 cars. We can't even fit 500 cars. But yeah, but in terms of that, the model looks pretty cool and it's a nice design. The artist did really well on it. But again, this isn't confirmed, guys. This isn't going to be in the game officially. We don't know. The license may have expired. Maybe Kiloton doesn't want it in the game anymore. We don't know. But if this is Constellation, it looks like we might be seeing this car in TDUSC. Now let's talk about the main part of this video, Hong Kong Island. So you say Hong Kong Island and you're like, okay, Alex, I'm not really a fan of this island because it's so much smaller than all the previous islands we've had in TDU, which, not gonna lie to you, you are right. It is smaller. In fact, it is a lot smaller than a lot of the previous test drive unlimiteds. But let's talk about some things that it is good for, because although being small might be a con, it has a lot more pros compared to any other island that we've had before than you may think. So let's talk about this for a second. Hong Kong Island comes in at an area of 78.59 kilometers squared. Ibiza, I'm not even gonna bother with Oahu because that's way out of the league, but Ibiza 571.6 kilometers squared. That's how big Ibiza is. Now, Hong Kong Island has a total road network length of 442 kilometers. That is a pretty nice and long distance, let's be honest here. That's pretty good. However, compared to Ibiza, I tried to compare it using Google Earth, and I think I did something pretty cool here, guys. So take a look at this picture up on the screen right now. As you guys can see, I've used Google Earth and I've kind of done an outline of where all of the major roads in TD2's Ibiza is. Now granted, I think I overdid this because I don't think that there's this many large roads in TDU2, but this is what I got. 341 kilometers pretty much surrounding this entire area. Now, give or take all the small cities that have all these smaller roads, which I didn't account for, let's just throw it out there that this is 100 kilometers extra road network that I'm missing from all the small city areas. I think that's pretty reasonable to expect, right? So take a look at that. That would put us at a total distance of 441 kilometers. And if you remember what I said about Hong Kong Island, it has a total road network IRL of 442. Now let's take this into perspective. Ibiza is so much more bigger than Hong Kong Island, yet compared to Ibiza, it has pretty much the same road network, and that is incredible to even think about, guys. This basically means we might have the explorability of Ibiza packed into a super dense map, which, guys, all of you guys may think that Ibiza in TD2 was cool, it was big, it was open, we could drive anywhere, it was fun, it took a long time to do the trip around the island, but hear me out. Is that really what we liked? There are a lot of cons to that map. For example, the highway, the huge highway that splits between the entire Ibiza island, that a lot of that's fake. It's not actually how it is IRL. There's a lot of towns and cities that they took away from that area, and it's empty in all honesty. A lot of TD2 is empty, and that's not a bad thing. I still like the map. However, let's be real now. Hong Kong Island being super dense, and if you take a look at that Google Earth, guys, you'll see what I mean. It is a pretty nice driving island. It's gonna make for some pretty nice drives, and if Kiloton even match a majority of the roads, not even 100%, but a majority of the roads on Hong Kong Island, we are in for a treat, because we might actually have more explorability roads to explore compared to Ibiza, which, guys, that is a pretty huge difference in my opinion, and I think you're going to agree with me as well. I mean, who wouldn't want a more dense map, guys? It makes it feel more alive, more buildings around you, pictures. The pictures on Hong Kong Island alone are going to be crazy, especially if KT execute this map well. I do hope that because they're going for a smaller map, they don't miss out on all of the road networks on Hong Kong Island. I still want to see a majority of them. I still want them to really put all their effort, make it dense, make it feel alive. This could be, in fact, and I'm not even overhyping this, this may be one of the best open world maps we've ever gotten to date for an open world racing game. And you can say I'm wrong, but let's be honest, if KT pulled this off, it will be a pretty incredible map. I don't care what no one says about Forza Horizon 5's map, as much as that is cool and looks nice graphically, let's be honest, it's boring. And a lot of us are bored of Forza Horizon 5 right now. And also, just to touch up on this is also why, in fact, one of the reasons why I don't think we're getting anything beyond Hong Kong Island at launch. Which, listen to me, guys, trust me, if we have that road network on Hong Kong Island into KT's game, there's going to be a lot of exploring for us to do anyways. To get 100% on the roads, it might actually take the same amount of time, if not more, because half the roads on Ibiza are just straights. Let's be honest, they're just straights. In Hong Kong Island, you're going to have to stop, you're going to have to do tight turns. It's not going to be easy, but it'll be a lot more fun doing it, in my opinion. Let's be honest here. But pretty much taking a look at it, guys, Ibiza took a whole development time for TD2 to make. Making a way who was pretty easy because they just remastered it and they were able to put it into TDU2, but they made Ibiza from scratch. And the road network there was obviously, like I just told you guys, probably around the same as Hong Kong Island, but Hong Kong Island is smaller, more dense, a lot more buildings in a densely packed area. So KT, for them to do Hong Kong Island and beyond, let's even take a look at mainland Hong Kong, guys. It is not exactly a super sparse map. It is dense as well, and being able to recreate this map, the mainland of Hong Kong, La Town, is pretty easy because it's just an airport, some mountains. A lot of that will be done outside, but Hong Kong mainland is pretty dense, guys, and to create a whole nother world which is bigger than Hong Kong Island itself for launch in that dev time, honestly, I don't think it's possible. As DLC, we might see maybe the map open up more to Hong Kong mainland. And I think if a lot of us vouch for that, KT might be like, okay, you know what? Hey, in the con, a lot of the players want to have this in the game. It makes sense to have it in the game. We have the architecture, we have the ability to do it. Let's start working on it. And that could be the first major island DLC for TDUSC if that's what actually ends up happening. But I'm not too certain, because let's just see how the dev cycle for this game goes, because it might not be until another test drive game after this TDUSC that we do get more island space. Having a whole DLC downloaded It's gonna be a pretty big update, but again, we're just gonna have to wait and see how KT do it. But this is just pretty much why I don't think we're going beyond Hong Kong Island, at least at launch. So expect Hong Kong Island, nothing more at launch, guys. I think that's the safest bet, and that's coming from someone who you'd probably say is an over-believer. A lot of people say that, but yeah. Let's take a look at that. But like I said, Hong Kong Island isn't bad, guys. When I really dig deep into it, there's a lot of places you can get your car to high speed, and I really hope KT include all of them. There's a possibility of turning this into a racetrack, which is pretty cool. There's an underground tunnel that's within Hong Kong Island that we can race through. I hope that is added in. There's another tunnel that also goes from the northeast part of the island to the southwest part of the island, guys. There's so many things. And don't forget, they can also have the outer highway as well. The outer highway that surrounds Hong Kong Island can also get to speed, guys. This map can be really good. It's not flat. It has variety. It has your beaches. It has everything, in all honesty. But we have to see houses and dealerships and a lot of the things that TDU previously had in order for this game to be excellent. And I'm really hoping KT can deliver for that, and I can't wait to hear out more information about this game. And hopefully we don't have to wait until summer to hear anything more. Hopefully April onwards, if my predictions are right. I really do hope we see something then. But if we have to wait until summer, so let it be. But honestly, April onwards is what I'm looking forward to. And that's all I have to say with this video, guys. If you did enjoy, leave a like down below and subscribe for more Test Drive Unlimited Solo Crown content. You already know what it is. I'm Alex7. I'm gonna see you guys in another video. I'm out. Peace.